number 11, a running back, 6 foot 1 inch, 195
So we're
pound
back?
senior Cole.
Okay, that was weird. So
Next up for the Broncos is
Move the
number
camera down.
23, a wide receiver at 5 foot 4 inches tall, 120 pounds, freshman Ryder Armstrong. Next we go to number 55, an offensive lineman at 5 foot 10 or 60 would be our Kendall Reimer, who is a wide receiver at 6 foot, 175 pounds. He is a senior. Next on the list for the Broncos, an offensive lineman, 5 foot 11 inch, 275, an offensive lineman, 6 foot, 265 pound senior, Caden Mersman. For the Broncos, the head coach is Matt Headley. He is assisted by Ethan Rodenberg, Grant Jansen, Jarrett Summers, and Cale Schrader.
fix the camera, please.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the starters for your Moundridge.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome here for Moundridge Sports Network football. About 3 minutes till kickoff here. Going to go through a little pregame here. So Remington versus Moundridge, homecoming for the Wildcats. Dance on Saturday, alumni night for here. If you're not here, get here. If not, thank you for tuning in. Kicking off 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Remington 1-3, looking to get a nice win here over a top-ranked Moundridge team. Played a pretty good schedule so far. A lot of respectable opponents they've played. You know, the record is far from how good they are. This is not going to be like Harrington last week, where it was just total domination from the start. You saw the Knitz return. And speaking of Knitz, I want to highlight Dustin Knitz back on the field. Played Douglas, lost that one 41-24, then got a nice win against Bennington 61-22, then lost to Trinity 28-8, and then lost a nail-biter to Enman 30-26. So those are all three teams that they could have beaten. So about to kick off 1:38, like I said, Dustin Knitz back in the building after his esophagus tear, you could say. pretty monumental tear there, but glad he's okay, back to coaching. That needs a trooper. So getting ready to go. Remington 1-3, kicking off. With a nice
kicking off to begin the game with the Broncos. The Wildcats will be receiving the ball start, and they will head towards the south end zone to begin the game. And we do hope you'll stick around for halftime. We got a lot of great things at halftime, including recognition of the state championship track team.
So
we
halftime, recognition of the state champion track team. As
we got all kinds of good stuff. We got the pie in the face stuff at halftime also. So stick around, hang on to your seats for halftime tonight. We got a lot of great stuff going on.
A lot of homecoming festivities through the week. We had Spirit Week. So far, we're going to kick off here. Remington Moundridge. Moundridge. Remington starting off now. Kick straight out of bounds to the left side at about the 20. Penalty marker comes out.
Flag down for kickoff out of bounds. That's an illegal procedure penalty.
So here comes the Cats looking to re-kick, I do believe. As it goes out of bounds, so they are going to elect for a re-kick. Kickoff number 2 in a span of 0 seconds. So that kick's just straight out of bounds there. You spin it off your foot. I'm sure they wanted to keep the ball. Notice we don't want to get it to Knitz, who had 2 great punt returns for over 50 yards last week, as long as a 45-yard touchdown there from Hecox in that top corner of the end zone where he just kind of floated it up there.
We will be doing kickoff again here as we start the game. It will be a kickoff with a 5-yard penalty, and the Broncos will be kicking off.
Kicking off here is number 55, Pedro Ordaz. As Ordaz's kick, a little bit straighter this time, straight down to Greenwald. Gets this one around and runs the option out to Knitz, pitches it back. You know he's speedy, breaks around that right side at the 30. Now the 40, cuts back, spins out of a tackle, and tripped up right around the 47-yard line. What a return from the Cats. They run that little backside option where Greenwald gets it. They'll go either or. It's pretty huge there for the Cats in terms of starting out a game with a lot of momentum.
In fact, it is a holding penalty against the Wildcats. That'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. The Wildcats will have the ball. First down and 10 yards to go.
Wildcats coming out for a strong offensive performance after last week's 76, breaking a school record of most points scored.
27-yard line. First and 10 for the Wildcats.
At 76-6, most points scored in school history, broken by Keegan Neufeld on a scoop and score to break the 69 where he was at for a while and put it to 75 with Blau kicking the extra point to make it 76. Hecox now, shotguns up in the pocket there and brought down there. That's number 15, Eno Ariska. So huge way for them to bring down the Cats. A lot of options for the Wildcats. Very multi-dimensional offense there, as they can really shine with the reverses. They can also air it out. Hecox has a strong arm, but only threw 3 pass attempts yesterday. So 2nd and 8, ball in the 28. As loaning out 3 and 1 out there. Don't have a tight end lined up. Getting an audible call from Knitz now. And Remington, you can see they'll run their 3 linebackers and the rest are safety highs. And they'll really throw that 4 front down there. And as you can see, I mean, they wrestled Hecox to the ground, which is a pretty hard thing to do, as Hecox hands this one off. An immediate collapse there by a swarm of Broncos.
Logan Greenwald to carry.
And Remington with a strong defensive start so far. Isaac Jury gets the initial hit, and then he just wrestled them down. That's 2 back-to-back plays where Remington has stuffed him, as Paul Grill's going to trot on the field now. You see him, he danced around in against Harrington, excuse me, but he can dance, he can also run through your face. So interesting to see what package they'll run with a 3rd and 8. Wildcats wanting to prevent a 3 and out so far, which is kind of rare for them. Haven't had a lot of 3 and outs so far. So Hecox dropping back under center, looks up, rolls out right, airs one out there for Modomog. Modomog's pass, yes, catches it. There, Modomog, a field flipper run out by Hecox right there, and just delivered a offsetting pass down to Modomog. Perfectly dropped in his hands, brought in Grill for the blocking assignment there. Just threw one up to that right side.
22-yard line.
Hecox now, 2 pass attempts so far, and sacked on the first. And Greenwald running down, immediately broken a tackle there. Broke number 2 Peyton Ryan's tackle before being wrestled down there by Hostetler. So Greenwald overall pretty strong rusher, only had 4 yards in the last one, but should have been 15, but a penalty on Braden Hartog brought it back.
Jury brings up 2nd down and 4 yards to go.
As Wildcats prevent a 3-and-out with about a 40-yard pass. So Hecock's looking up at 330 passing yards so far. So an absolute field flipper for the Wildcats. Hecox stops, high snap there, broken down play and paid for it there. High snap there from Lichty, wrestled down by 65, Judah Giles.
Judah Giles on the tackle. Pull out about a 1-yard gain, brings up 3rd down and 3 to go.
1-yard gain from the Wildcats, and it seems like that's been their motto so far. As their first few plays, Remington has showed some really nice defensive fronts there. You can see that last one, Modernmog just burned him over the top. They really like to go over the top to him. You saw that against Sterling a lot too with his touchdown in the top of the end zone. A lot of top of the end zone touchdowns passing wise for the Wildcats. Hecox drops back, falling all the way back, dumps one off to Greenwald. Greenwald breaks a tackle and touchdown Wildcats. 8:14 left to go in the first. Wildcats convert on back-to-back 3rd downs and score a touchdown on a drop-off pass there to Logan Greenwald, and that'll be Hecox's 6th touchdown pass of the year with no interceptions.
We give thanks again for Next Tech and their support of Wildcat Athletics. It's a good opportunity to remind you also that the Wildcats will be choosing a fan of the game here.
Kind of took more than this 3-step drop, about 6 steps, and then dumped one off of Greenwald and broke a tackle, and he just made him pay inside. So Blau looking to go after he went 11 for 12 on extra points last week. So a lot of points scored for the Wildcats, so his legs should be pretty warm. And high snap, laces out, does not matter as Blau kicks it 3. He's 1 for 1 on tonight.
Is through, and with 8 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the first quarter, your Wildcats now lead 7-0.
(7-0), 8:14 left to go in the first. As Moundridge is going to get their first look on defense, and out trots
I know it's about a month away,
number 10, Isaac Jury, senior 5'10", 175 pounds, looking for his number 1 guy, Elliot Hostetler, 6'4", 170, sophomore.
$70,000 in
struggle with moving the ball a lot, but I do want to highlight former Moundridge Wildcat Sam Oshner trot now. He's number 45 on kickoff.
Here's another quick note from the cheerleaders. Not only will they be doing a little dance at halftime, don't forget that if you had a blanket that you purchased,
there he is, number 45, Sam Oshner. He's a pretty good kid, transferred from Moundridge to Remington, and he's been there for about 2 years, so highlight him, see if he can see some of his old friends. So Blau's gonna kick this one straight down the fairway here, all the way back there for 23, Ryder Armstrong, and he will take
kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback on the play. It'll be Bronco football.
So touchback there, they're going to rekindle the ball at the 20. And Wildcat defense trots out, and out comes Isaac Jury, like I mentioned before. So far, I mean, Remington, they can put points on the board. Scored 26 against Edmond before losing by 5. So 30-26 was their last score. Jury kind of sticks his hands all the way out when he gets the snap, but he's going to hand this one off. Triple option out. A little bit of trickery here, and Wildcats read it perfectly. And what a tackle there by Finn Burge. That's number 11, Cole Klassen, with a reception.
Got a little
and
trick play
drop
there to
him
start
back.
the,
So a little flea
drive
flicker
for the
triple
Broncos.
option. I don't know what you call it, but Finberge picked up on it quick.
Finberge in on the tackle.
So Remington's trying to come out, catching the Wildcats off guard, but they stand
and
strong.
18.
And Finberge with a nice 8-yard tackle for loss tackle. As it'll be 2nd and 18 now. 7:41 left to go in the first, 7-0. And straight up the middle here is Klassen again. So trying to get some yardage back.
Number 11
get a few.
Is the ball carrier.
As
That
it's
would be
3rd
Cole
and 15.
Clausen. On the tackle, Braden Hartog after a
So Braden Hartog with the
3-yard
tackle.
gain,
So
2-yard
Burge with
gain
a
brings up
big
3rd down and 15 for
8-yard
the
tackle
Broncos.
to push the Remington Broncos out to 2nd and 18, and they get about a 3-yard rusher to make it 3rd and 15, excuse me. So 7:01 left to go. 7-0 first quarter. Jury drops back, rolls out to the right side, tries to deliver a pass down there to Hochstetler, and he will catch it. But a lot of ground to be made up, and they will not get the first down.
Number 1's in on that pass completion.
Pretty good pass there by Jury, as you know, on the run, not easy pass to make, but he gets it through and
tackle on the play
just pushes one downfield. But unfortunately, they're so far back that those things don't count. So they're going to bring out their punt package for 4th and 8, 6:30 left to go in the first. Remington's punt here back for Knitz. He had a punt return touchdown last week, but calls his boys off, and Shallon will pick it up. So Moundridge looking for their second drive, trying to repeat what they did on their first one. Has a little Greenwald touchdown for a little drop off there for about 15 yards. And what a pass from Hecox too on the run, back foot, throws one up to Modelmock, perfectly placed. Hecox, the senior, 4th year starting. A lot of experience under his belt. A lot of experience for these cats too. These upperclassmen have a lot of playing time under their belts. Hecox high snap here, gives us to Grill, fakes it around, fooled me too, and Hecox is going to get about an 8-yard gain on this. They're really good at deceiving the defense and thinking they're going to give it off. Hecox had about 2 touchdowns last week where he faked one to Greenwald and he took it himself up the middle. So looking like a little bit of Jalen Noro with Alabama, as it's one of his go-to plays too.
Brings up 2nd down and about 3.5 to go.
Fake snap here. Want to try to draw the Broncos off sides, but great ball discipline there. And Hecox high snap again. Looked he's delivering some pretty high snaps there, and just a bad ball from Hecox.
Pass falls incomplete on 2nd down. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3.5 yards to go.
So they try to run that little slant there to Knitz where they can get it to him quick. He's shifty. He can break tackles, but Hecox, there's a bad ball there. So Lichty almost back-to-back high snaps, trying to get it to his chest here as Durst will motion out and come back in for an extra blocker here. And going to give this one to Grill. Grill to that right side now. Coming up and strip fumbled there. Great strip sack from Cole Klassen there. Caught Grill off sides on the back of him. Just delivered a boomstick to the football, and that's recovered by Peyton Ryan. And if you're the Remington Broncos, that is exactly what you need right now. Get the Wildcats uncomfortable and get them going, too. You have to show adversity. Wildcats have had too many games where they have been up big, so them fumbling here is a rare sight to see, and a great momentum shift from the Broncos there. So Cole Klassen, a huge hit. You saw him do that. You can see him. He lined his feet up, perfectly hit that ball. Paul had no idea where it was coming.
And we got our first charge time out of the half to the Broncos.
So first time out to Remington, going to talk things over after that unexpected turnover for the Wildcats.
For the pie in the face thing. We'll get those names, numbers started drawing here in a little bit, so if you put your ticket in your pocket, you might start looking for that, because pretty soon here we'll
Big
get
play
that for
from the Broncos there, and you know, all of a sudden you got the ball back and you have all the momentum in the world. Rare fumble from Paul. I'm interested to see another thing I was talking to head coach Tyler O'Connor about is these guys haven't been tested with adversity. So Remington coming out, they get punched in the mouth, they get right back to them, they give it right back to them and force a turnover after going 3 and out. Jury now lined up. Hands all the way out here. Going to give this one to Klassen, who had a forced fumble earlier. He's going to take this for about a yard's gain. Pretty physical play there. Remington really likes to lower their shoulder out there. Pretty physical team.
1 yard gain brings
They've
up
seen it
second
too.
down and 9 yards
As
to go.
obviously, you know, Klassen forces the fumble. Remington shot of momentum. You know, what you got to do if you're playing a top-ranked team like that, you got to realize they're the same as you. They put the pants on the same way as you. They eat breakfast the same way. They do everything the same. These guys are human. So come out here and play your game, and you never know what happens. And this play going pretty much nowhere. Wildcats calling for it to be their ball, but I don't believe they will. And Birds tried to jump on it, but they're going to rule him down.
Nice pass play there for the Broncos. Gain of about...
Maybe it was almost an interception. I wasn't watching.
5 yards, 6 yards. Brings
So
up
third and
down
three.
and 3 for the Broncos.
Ball in the 47 first quarter, 4:48 left to go, 7-0. Jury rolls out to the right and picked off there by the Wildcats. Bear Motamok tipped from Braden Elmore and punched him right back in the mouth as the Wildcats.
Drill with the interception on the
Tip
play
drill.
after the tip ball.
Bear Motamok comes out with a pick.
That'd be 45.5 yard
And
line.
tipped by Braden. Great play on Elmore to jump that gun. Bear Motamok picks the ball off on a tip drill. And all of a sudden, the momentum comes right back. So it is homecoming and alumni night. Thank you for the Booster Club for supporting our tailgate. And thank you to the Moundridge first responders for serving us. Pulled pork was very good. And Knit's now wrestling down with about 3 yards to go from the first down. So nice little drop off there. You know, Hecox missed out on his last pass to Knit, so for them to connect again is pretty big.
Logan Greenwald with the carry.
And Logan Greenwald gets a carry for about 5, and that'll be good enough for Wildcats first down.
That carry by Greenwald, good for a Wildcat. First down, 1st and 10 Wildcats in
And airing this one down for Burge. No touchdown so far, and a catch on the 1 yard line. Great pull-in by Finn Burge. Not targeted much, only 4 receptions on the year. And Heacock delivers an absolute dot, and what a catch by Finn.
From the 42 down to the 1, those are both. Heacock's to Burge.
What a pass from Heacock on the 1 yard line, and you're going to probably see Logan Greenwald get his second touchdown of the game here. Wildcats run up. Durst and Greenwald next to him. Heacock is going to roll out, looking for Knitz on the run. And great pass from Knitz over the back shoulder of Elliot Hostetler, which is hard to do at a 6'4 frame, but Knitz is going to get his first touchdown of the night. Run that option here with Durst and Greenwald to the side. They're going to run a fake speedo out. They're going to roll out and deliver a great pass back shoulder to right where Hostetler couldn't get it and Knitz could. Great pass from Heacock. What a pass all the way downfield. This kid's been showing off his arm this game. Great catch by Finn Burge too. That ball was put low, only to where he could get it. So him having hands like that, it's pretty big. Athlete here as Blau is going to kick this one through. So 2 for 2.
Extra point by Blau is again through the uprights.
What a catch from Finn Burge.
Left in the first quarter. The visiting Broncos 0. Your Wildcats now 14.
And, you know, Burge, I'm pretty sure he's going to watch that back and realize he probably should have stuck his arms out to the pylon. So, still touchdownless. Hopefully that will change. Very gifted receiver, very great defender. Not a lot gets by Finn Burge on the defensive side, but he's outshined by Kaiser on the offensive side. So, him catching that is really nice to see him be able to go up there and just get one like that. Just go deep. He's talking about making a compilation of all the times Henry's missed him, wide open in the backside corner, or something like that. So he finally gets his moment and he takes his opportunity and he capitalizes on it. Big catch from Finn Burge there. So 2:45 left to go. 14-0 left to in the game so far. 1st and 10. Wildcats going to kick off. Remington for their 3rd drive of the game. Not a bad game so far. 14-0. Remington looking to score here before this game gets out of reach. A lot of times Wildcats like to get a small lead like this and roll with it. And one of their team strengths is multi-dimensional offense. You see that. You can either hand it off to their 4 varsity-capable running backs or throw it deep to one of their insane receivers. And Braden Elmore wrestles him down there. That's number 23, Ryder Armstrong, bringing the ball out.
21-yard return there for the Broncos. Tackle on the play by number 13, Braden Elmore. It will be 1st down and 10 for the Broncos.
So volleyball tournament tomorrow in Belle Plaine. So if you're not doing anything, you want to go watch some volleyball, head over to Belle Plaine, support the Lady Cats, who just lost 2 sets to Inman, but Inman, great team, but they competed. That's the big thing. They competed with those girls, and they showed a lot. So Moundridge looking to improve a 5-0 after dropping game down there to Medicine Lodge due to cancellation. 4-0, my correction.
Ball carrier there is number 11 for a 2-yard gain. Tackle on the play made by Thomas Jenkins for the Wildcats. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
14-0, 2:20 left to go in the first. 2nd and 8. Remington looking for their first down of the game as the first quarter is about to expire. Jury all alone. Looks for a screen there. Wrestled down there by Paul Grill and cleaned up by Den Hartog as Paul is hype.
Ball carrier there is the quarterback, number 10, Isaac Jury.
And I want to shout out Joe Azarito for our camera work today, but joined by no one up here. One-man show talking with Joe operating the camera, so you can hear him call volleyball. One more on the 15th versus Trinity. Oh, pretty gifted volleyball commentator. And rolling out is Jury. Delivers this one to Hostetler, and he just slips on the grass, so the turf monster brings him down.
Pass is complete to number 1, Hostetler.
So Hostetler
For the Wildcats, number 2, Kate
slips
Elmore
out,
makes
50
the
seconds
tackle.
left to go.
About a
Running
6-yard
clock
gain
at
brings
4th
up
and
4th
5.
down and
Remington
5.
still a drought on the first downs. As kickoff, Wildcats will retain possession as their 4th and 5 attempt comes up short. Thought they were going to punt it, but they just ran a little option there instead.
All right, ticket holders, I've got your first number. First number for the ticket holders. This is for Captain Sherwood of the Moundridge Police Department. Captain Sherwood gets a pie in the face from ticket holder number 077029. Once again, 077029. That's your number. Check your tickets.
19 seconds left to go. 14-0. First and 10 for the Wildcats after the Remington turnover on downs.
You'll need to meet at the ambulance here in the second quarter.
And he cocks high snap again from Lichty. Kind of rare for him to see as Greenwald here. You see the speed as Klassen there tries to do what he did to Grill, but Logan with some nice ball security. Has a nice run there, good enough for Wildcats. First down.
There. Number 11 makes the initial hit. That's Cole Klassen, finished off by Hostetler.
So Klassen tries to catch 2 fumbles. So great forced fumble. But unfortunately, you don't score, and you don't even get a first down on that. So 14-0 Remington. Offensively, not doing too good. Defensively, they're chipping away time. It's not out of reach yet. It's only 2 scores. If you can hold the Wildcats to a field goal here, it would be big. Or better yet, make them force another turnover.
In the face thrower.
Welcome back for second quarter action. Knitz getting us started off with a run to that left side, breaks the tackle from Klassen. And I stand corrected, he does slip now. So 11:50 now.
Call that a gain of about 1, brings up second down and 9 to go.
Wildcats, 2nd and 9 on their own 19 after a 4th and turnover for the Broncos. Lichty, backup center, comes in after a Schmidt injury. He's out for the season, so prayers up to him. And he's coming in, got a lot of high snaps, but he's getting it to Hecox. That's what really matters. Those high snaps don't matter as long as, Henry's tall enough to bring him down, and great snap there. So pitches one out and a miscommunication from the Wildcats, and Greenwald will just dive on it. So I think Greenwald thought Hecox was going to take that himself, and we have that speed option backside there, and just a bad toss.
Sam or Ashley Schultz, if you are here, we've got a little person who is very much looking for you up here at the press box. Sam or Ashley Schultz, we have someone who would love to see you here at the press box.
So Wildcats, after a loss of gain here, 3rd and 16 on their own 26, so going back pretty far, and led up there is Kaiser, but they faked the defense out pretty good, and Grill spinning out, diving for a first down. Let's see if it's good enough to get that. So great effort from Grill.
Gains about 17 yards.
And it'd be Wildcats first down. As Grill's diving effort is going to be successful, trying to get a little get back there from the fumble.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Beautiful
we're looking for
game.
Lance or Whitney
3
Loganville.
touchdowns
That's
last
who
week.
we're looking for, Lance or Whitney Loganville.
This one is now Knitz in the backfield, all by himself. Lines up, looking for a pass himself, floats up in the pocket. Going to take this one himself, and great defensive stance there from the Broncos on a little bit of Wildcat formation. As they had Hecox floated outside of the receiver.
Ball carrier was Knitz, tackle made by Hostetler. We'll see what the penalty flag
Hostetler
is.
bringing him down. He's pretty active all game with one forced fumble.
There is no flag on the play.
No flag on the play. They're going to wave it off. So, second and 9 on their own 9. And 9:48 left to go. So, a lot of 9s on the scoreboard with 14-0. Wildcats looking to punch it in and go up by 3 scores. If you're Remington, you really got to stand tall here and force it to a field goal. Better yet, get a turnover. But you cannot let them go up 3 scores. This team is an insanely hard team to come back from when you're down because they keep applying pressure. And taken down in the backfield is Grill. So Remington showing a little bit of life here on the defensive side.
By the Wildcats, Paul Grill, though.
And again, Wildcats are just playing sloppy. Pretty rare for them to see to have multiple fumbles. Paul Grill is visibly upset. As Greenwald's going to come in now, so as Elmore's trying to talk Paul down, get his head right, so. Here comes Hecox riding down that right side, and he's going to beat out Hostetler. Classic, excuse me, as Wildcats 20-0, 8:56 left to go. Up by 3 scores is Moundridge.
Touchdown.
Hecox keeps himself on an option back around that right side. $20-0, 8:56 left to go. Wildcats gonna look. Blau's gonna come out here, look for go 3 for 3, 2 for 2 so far. Wildcats taking care of business so far. And this one is through the uprights, 3 for 3 from Blau.
Successful for Blau, brings your score 21 Wildcats.
14 for 15 in the last 2 weeks from Blau. First year kicker, soccer background. And I also want to highlight Kolschrock here. He's got a headset on the sidelines, and his only job is to come deliver the iPad. Whenever the coaches tell him on the headset, iPad, they want the iPad. So, iPad man, Kolschrock. And also, you want to see that something that's kind of cool. Not cool, but kind of interesting These blue bottles the Wildcats have on their side is actually electrolytes to keep them from cramping. Last week it was a community pickle jar, and now it is community mysterious blue drinks.
Ladies and gentlemen,
As
if you've got a
seems
ticket,
to
you
be
might
working.
check it. Here we go. This one is to send a pie into the face of the one and only Rhett Neufeld.
As 21-856. Wildcats looking to keep the pressure on Remington. Not a first down this entire game.
6-8-3.
Had an opportunity there with that reverse flea flicker they ran on their first play, but Finn Burge blew it up.
8-3-5 for Rhett Neufeld's pie in the face at halftime.
And we will be on the road next week at Marion, so it'll be a pretty fun game, as it'll be the second to last Wildcat road game. And then after that, 2 weeks we play Sedgwick, which is going to be a pretty big game too. That's senior night, so last home game before playoffs. As here is Armstrong ripping out of a few tackles there, finally wrestled down by freshman Keegan Neufeld, who had the touchdown to break the scoring record last week.
Peyton Ryan is the return man with a nice return there. Keegan Neufeld with the tackle for the Wildcats. It will be 1st and 10 for the Broncos from the 30.
As Remington's going to trot out. Isaac Jury trying to get his boys going. They need something here to go right for them. A lot of backwards momentum. Jury drops back, motions out Klassen. And takes the snap here, looking there for Hochstetler. Hochstetler breaks the tackle, slips around again, and absolutely blown up there by Henry Hecox, who leads the team in tackles.
Pass is complete.
That is now his 25th tackle of the season.
For a 3-yard gain. Henry Hecox in on the tackle. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Broncos.
Pretty beautiful night here for football. 70 degrees and clear skies as we had our rally at the red light earlier. Here is Jury looking back. Intercepted by Knitz. He's going to take this himself, looking for a pick 6, and he will get it, but it might be coming back. As Knitz with a big interception and brought back for a pick 6.
Before we get too excited.
And it looked like the initial hit on Jury and Knitz threw a flag. Wonder if it's because he led with his head.
This is after the interception, so
And
the
this
turnover
will be
count.
legal
It
touch.
is a block in the back. Illegal block in the back.
block
to
in the
signal
back
against the Wildcats. It'll be 10 yards
against the
from
Wildcats,
spot.
so there will
So
not be a
there
pick
is
6,
no
but still,
touchdown yet,
nonetheless,
but
that's
the Wildcats
Knitz's
will have the ball, first down
third
and 10
interception
yards
on
to
the
go
season
from the
of 4 games played.
33-yard line.
Knitz transferred from McPherson with his dad for basketball, and he's been just
Got one more ticket here for you, ladies and gentlemen. This one for our EMS supervisor, Mr. Brian Falco, and I'll get that for you after this play. Grab your tickets. We're going to check the Brian Falco ticket after this play.
Hecox floats it up in the pocket, going to take this one himself on that right side. Dancing around, he's already got a rushing touchdown so far, and he's going to go out of bounds.
Number 4, Drew Clausen forces Hecox out of bounds, but not until Hecox picks up about 27 yards, takes it down to the, we'll call that the 10-yard line, maybe just outside. That play good enough for a Wildcat. First and 10 yards to go for the Wildcats. Here's your number for you Brian Falco Pie fans. It is 076811. Again, to put a pie in Brian Falco's face, 076811. I'll get all 3 numbers again here in a moment.
Hecox takes the snap, motions out, gives this one off to Grill inside that A-gap, and immediately swallowed it up. So Wildcats finding a lot of their offensive momentum in the pass game from Hecox, as he has a 1 rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown, 2 passing touchdowns.
1-yard gain there for Grill, brings up 2nd down and 9 yards to go.
7 passing touchdowns on the season with 0 interceptions. 20 for 30 coming into the game. So 10 incompletions over 3 games. This kid's a stud at football. He's not going to play college, doesn't have any aspirations to, but nonetheless, this dude's a stud. Hecox drops back, gives this one out. Under pressure here, and drop there is Greenwald. And going to be an incomplete pass, so it's third and 9 now.
Greenwald falls incomplete.
Seacox felt immediately pressured there from Drew Klassen. So a lot of Klassens have been making a name for themselves on the field so far. Hecox drops back, rolls out to the left, fires for Knitz, and he will get his second receiving touchdown of the night. Third for Hecox. Fourth, actually, total as he had a rushing touchdown. So Hecox to Knitz, 2 touchdowns tonight. His touchdown will drop off to Logan Greenwald, and then he ran one for himself as Wildcats are up 27-0. And if you're Remington, you just got to move the ball. You got to try to make a dent in here and get something going. As Blau's kick through the uprights, 4 for 4 today, 28-0, 6:50
is successful.
left to go in the second period.
A little under halfway through the second quarter, the Wildcats now with 28. Here's a big reminder that every time we score a touchdown, Next Tech Communications donates $10 to the Wildcat Activity Fund. So far tonight, we are at $40 after a nice showing last week. Go Wildcats! Here's another reminder for you.
So Remington overall, kind of struggling as of late in football, going 2-7 and 20-3, and then 1-3 so far. But in 2021, they went 4-5, and then in 2019, 2-7, and then another 2-7. But overall, Remington, they're not really highlighted as a football school, more so
or 076
an academic school. We'll just say an academic school.
Please report at about the 3-minute mark, of the half. Please report to the ambulance. Once again, 077029, 076811, and 076835. At about the 3-minute mark, please report to the ambulance.
And you can hear the Wildcat band here playing the F8 Florida State War Chant. I'm glad we are not playing like Florida State, though. And what a kick by Cyrus Muff there as Armstrong had a pretty solid return. He's going to dance his way around to about the 15-yard line.
Ryder Armstrong, your return man. Braden Elmore with the tackle. It will be first down and 10 for the Broncos. Right on the 15-yard line.
Just trotting out here, Jury looking for anything. Honestly, 6:43 left to go. Moundridge so far, so very good start after their 9-1 season last week. So 28-0, 6:32 left to
your
go.
ball carrier for 4 yards. Tackle made by Den Hartog brings up second down and 6.
This is a beautiful night for some Friday night lights as Moundridge take care of business on their homecoming. So for Moundridge students dance tomorrow. I think it starts at 8:30 and goes to 10:30, so 2 hours. And the admission is $7. Pizza and drinks are provided, so come out here, have a good time. Homecoming, everyone loves it. As the Stuco is going to throw another great homecoming. And Miss Smith does a great job with those. We got a Stuco representative here doing some camera work for us, so.
Same combination this time, number 11.
Kind of a Swiss Army knife guy.
Talk about a yard on the play.
Decorating the halls, camera work. He'll broadcast occasionally.
We believe it's third down, not fourth. We believe it's third down and 5.
And 3rd and 5 now. 5:23 left to go. 28-0. Second quarter. Remington looking to get something going here as Jury is going to take the snap. They're going to try to get the ball into Hochsteller. They need to. They have Caden Omar on Hochsteller, who hasn't had a lot of experiences, so he's fast, so you could run a curl route, break the tackle. Hochsteller could go pretty far. The buying time is going to be the biggest issue here for the Broncos.
Signal is false start against the Broncos.
So
that'll
false start
bring them
on
back
Remington,
5 yards, and they'll try again from third down and 9.
So Henry Hecox, 20 for 30, coming in with a 66.67 completion rate, 330 yards, 5 touchdowns, 11 yards average, and 37 longest. But that has obviously increased. You saw the one to Burge and the one to Monomog, so he's had a strong game offensively. And here's a big run here from Jury, trying to beat out Knitz, and he will, and he's going to go out of bounds there. Excuse me, that's Klassen. So catching the Wildcats off guard, and that's exactly what you need if you're Remington. You got to build off that.
The field for a really nice gain there for the Broncos. That'll take it into Wildcat territory.
Moundridge slips up.
Where it will be 1st and 10 Broncos at the 43.5-yard line. Nearly an interception,
4:40 left to go.
down. It'll be
28-0.
second down and 10.
Second quarter. I was going to try to get a scoreboard camera. We got a problem with it. It keeps dying out on us. We're not sure what's going on. As you're going to see some. Does this say May 19th, 2010? As we're back on our feed now, so you can watch some old school, middle school basketball. So, I don't believe they would still be in high school. There's some notable alumni. Probably some Logan Churchill in there. Maybe my times are wrong, but. And shifted around. Brought up immediately, tried to go back to the run game, which worked so perfectly the last time, but they're going to force him.
Number 11, Cole Clausen for a short gain on the play. Thomas Jenkins on the tackle. It'll bring up third down and about 9.5 to go.
As Klassen now. Fake hands off as Jury. Nice game to catch him off guard. They're going to get it to about there.
Isaac Jury with the keeper that time. Tackle on the play made by Hecox and Ben Hartog, who combined to stop number 10, Isaac Jury. It'll be 4th down after the 2-yard gain.
4th and 6. I wonder if they're going to go for it. I don't think they have a kicker who could drill these, so I could be wrong, though.
Here's a quick reminder, we got a couple of good things going on at halftime tonight. One of those is the pie in the face competition. Another one, we're going to recognize the state track team.
So, sure, you're 1 and 3, playing a top-ranked team in the state. You got to take care of business. Jury's going to roll out, looking for Hostetler, and picked off by Hecox. And the quarterback now picks it off. So Hecox now has his own interception before he throws an interception. So Henry Hecox gets a little bit of
tackle on the
redemption
play
from what
made by
happened
number
last
10,
night.
Isaac Jury. It will be a turnover and a turnover.
Great job by
on downs.
Hecox to read
Wildcats will
that. I
have
mean,
the
we
ball
all
first
pretty
and
much
10
knew where
at
that
the
ball was going.
49-yard line.
Number one guy, so Hecox
If you are a member of
has
the
an interception before he has an
2024
interception.
Boys State track team, we would encourage you to
Plays
head
both
your
sides
way
of the
down
ball,
towards the
athletic
north
game,
end
basketball
zone,
player comes up with
because we're going to be recognizing you right at the start of halftime.
Third pick
so
of the
again,
game.
if you're a member of the boys state track team
Hecox looks
from
winded.
2024,
A lot
we
of
would
breath
ask
there.
you head towards the north end zone at this time.
Hecox takes the snap, pitches out and to Logan, which is muffed, and he breaks the tackle right. Gonna look for something here, and a missed block there from Hecox. That's number 22,
Number
Silvio
22,
De La Rosa.
De La Rosa in on the tackle.
A little bit of an Italian name there, De La Rosa.
Carrier,
Pretty fun to say off the
Greenwald.
tongue.
About a 3-yard loss on the play brings up 2nd and 13.
Moundridge creating a lot of opportunities for Remington to get the ball back. A lot of miscommunications in the backfield. That is their fourth almost fumble, or whatever you want to call it. Either way, they've regained possession. Dropping back here is Hecox. Going to throw this one out to Lane Durst. One reception on the year, but he makes him pay for it and shifts around there.
Firstman on the tackle of ball carrier
Great
Lane
play by
Durst
Lane Durst.
for the
One
Wildcats.
reception for 9 yards. It's going to
About
change.
7 on the
About
pass play.
7 yards now.
Brings up 3rd down and 7 to go.
Hecox. Big game in the air so far. As he's going to drop back looking for another pass. Rolls out to the right, looking for Durst. Going to float this one up, and just an incomplete pass there. Out of
Pass ball's
bounds.
incomplete on 3rd down, intended for Durst.
Durst
To bring up 4th down for the
a lot of
Wildcats.
targets, getting a fair share of them tonight. As Hecox tests his arm again, as it's 4th and 7, and they're going to bring out the punt team. As first Wildcat punt in about 2 weeks, as this one a high punt, great punt by Blau, and blown up there immediately. Bradenton Hartzog coming with a whole head of steam, just blows up number 4, Drew Klassen.
42-yard punt there by
1:10 left to
Blau.
go, 28-0, as Remington is going to regain possession behind their own 15. When you get in enemy territory, you need to score. That's their goal. Their goal is to just get some sort of points up on the board. 28-0, 1:10 left to go. You got a 2-minute drill. Let's go get active, fellas.
1st down and 10 for the Broncos from the 8.
Shifting around and tries to run a backwards pass. Modomog picks it up. Touchdown, Wildcats. Bear Mod comes in hot on a backwards reverse. And just stripped around in 34, hopefully 35-0. And he'll be running clock at halftime now. So Moundridge capitalizes on another Remington turnover. Moundridge with 28 of their 34 points on Remington turnovers. So capitalizing big on turnovers. And kick up through the uprights. That'll be 5 for 5 for Cyrus.
The
And
extra
35-0.
point is
102 left to
successful
go.
for Blau. We got about a minute left in the half. Once again, remember, track team, if you're on the track.
Blau's going to kick off now. Returned here by Armstrong. Already had a strong return, but tripped up on his last one. Cuts back and wrestled down there. That's number 6, Josh Kane with the tackles.
Number
Sophomore.
23, Armstrong, your
Was on
returning
varsity for basketball.
Wildcats.
Comes up there and he wraps his hands
Clay
around.
Wilson, and number 6, Josh Kane for the tackle for the Wildcats. First and 10 Broncos at the 24-yard line.
It's 48-0. Left on the clock. And immediately wrapped up is a colony of Wildcats. Fun fact. I think we talk about this almost every broadcast of what you call a group of
Number 11.
Wildcats, and it's actually called
Clausen, the
colony
carrier, picks up one on the
Wildcats.
play, brings up second and 9.
So, pretty fun game so far. 35-0, a lot of action as Remington's probably just going to take this into the half. I do believe they get the ball back at half. As they're just going to let this wind down, going to run one more play. So wouldn't be surprised if Hochstetler gets the ball. As I stand corrected, as Klassen will get it, and that's going to do it for your first half. And Moundridge up 35-0, halftime. And that'll be it.
And that will bring the first half to
Take
a
us to
close.
the half, 35-0. We'll be back
So
for
we know.
second
It is
half
35
action.
points currently, so in the second half, the clock will run continuously except for on timeouts.
And we welcome you back to Moundridge Sports Network here. Action of the second half of the football game. 35-0 overall. Moundridge has done everything perfectly in the passing game. The rushing game, however, no rushing touchdowns except for Heacock's right side. But overall, I mean, miscommunication is a big difference here for the Wildcats. They could have a lot more points if they just communicated on their backside pitches and stuff like that. As you can see, Atlee Lichty down there coaching up Paul Grill. Backup center, he's taking his job for 52, who took it out there. And running that left side is Armstrong, breaking around and almost tackled by Lee Cyrus Blau. So
nice return there of 40 yards for number 23, Ryder Armstrong. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Broncos from the 42-yard line as the clock runs.
And
remember,
we're trying to get this camera cord to fit back in here.
The entire second half. Hey, here's a reminder, elementary school parents. The elementary school is having their big on the 22nd.
And we're back. Sorry about that.
Thanks, and
a little bit of
enjoy your
technical
opportunity to
difficulties.
read
Tight
together
spaces
as a
here
family.
with the auto sideline camera that's up here. So but sights and sounds. It's Remington trying to get something going. Only 3 first downs all game here. Fighting for some extra ones. There's Isaac.
Ball carrier number 10. We'll call that about a 7-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down and 3 to go. Hey, here's a reminder, never too early to start, reminding you that if you're wearing a jersey that you got from the FCCLA tonight, you need to find Brittany Stoss before you walk out of here tonight to turn that jersey back in. She's going to need that jersey. Way out of here tonight.
Yeah, mine too. Remington fighting for something here, but just can't get it.
Thomas
So,
Jenkins
blowouts
on
are
the
tough,
tackle,
Jacob.
number 11,
So
Cole
if my energy's
Clausen,
a little
who
bit
gained
down,
0 yards.
blowouts
Correction,
are
picked up
just
a yard.
tough
It'll
to
be
call.
3rd down and 2. Here's another reminder
lot is
also,
right.
students
Yeah,
and community
well, it's
members.
Not
We
boring,
have
but
a school dance.
just to an
taking
extent, you
place
just don't get the same
tomorrow
energy as I would,
night.
obviously,
That's
with like a
tomorrow
close
night,
game.
not
So
tonight, tomorrow night. 8:30 High School Commons. Come on, high schoolers, show up and dance the night away.
Jury with the snap, hands this one off to Claassen. Claassen immediately brought down, and another 4th down for Remington.
Cole Clausen the carry. Josh Caines makes the tackle there in the backfield for about a 2-yard loss. It'll be 4th down, and we'll call it 3. Don't forget, fans, we will be announcing a fan of the game here later on and a student fan of the game. So be on your best cheering for the Wildcats' behavior.
And again, the Cameron Charger is like backed it up. As we should be back on now. As Claassen now with it towards that right side and immediately wrapped up. 8:03 left to go. Is a running clock when you're up 35, because there is no 45 rule like an 8-man. A lot of these Moundridge games we would be out here by halftime. For instance, the Harrington game, or even. Harrington was the first home one we did, because Medicine Lodge was canceled, so it would just be Harrington. Shame that Medicine Lodge got canceled. That was going to be a very big game. Our friends from KCMC Sports were here too. Hopefully they come back. As Greenwald shifts around here, here's that run game that I was talking about. And immediately breaks another tackle. Here's Logan Greenwald right on the left side there for about the 20-yard line. And Moundridge immediately just picking up right where they left off.
Number 4, Logan Greenwald. But not until Greenwald takes it down to the 21-yard line for a pickup of 29 and a Wildcat. First down, 1st and 10 Wildcats.
Running down that right side again. Paul Grill hasn't had that greatest game. Had that fumble in the first quarter.
Paul Grill, your ball carrier for the Wildcats.
Klassen.
Gains 9 yards, brings up 2nd down and 1.
Ecox takes the snap, runs to the left, and doesn't even think about pitching it back. That was Logan Wolf back there as a tailback. Maybe as a fullback, but he got after it.
Ecox with the carry to the 10-yard line. Gain good enough for a Wildcat. First down, 1st and goal for the Wildcats on the 10.
Ecox takes the snap, fumbled again, and Remington's going to come up with it, preventing the Wildcats from scoring. It's going to be Remington's ball, and another fumble from Paul Grill.
Got a low snap there with the fumble.
Braden Thomas hype on the sidelines.
Will have the ball 1st down and 10.
So Grill fumbles, comes off. 2nd fumble of the game, 5th fumble from Moundridge entirely. Still 35-0, got a good cushion, running clock almost already down, 4:13 left to go. 35, excuse me. Jury takes the snap, keeps this one himself from Klassen, and shifts around. That's going to be a penalty, I'm assuming a holding.
We do have a flag down on the play. We'll sort that out here in just a second.
It's 1st and 10 on that. After the Grill fumble. Wildcats ball security has not been there. This team, Wildcats have shown them they're beatable. They are beatable. Clean up some
Signal is
stuff
face
before they
mask
go into
against
Marion.
the Wildcats.
Yeah, face mask against the Wildcats.
I've got bad news if you're fans of the Campus Colts. At halftime, Mays was leading campus 71-0.
And Mays responds after the Kansas Central post about them falling off. And they're up 71-0 on campus. So that's pretty significant for Mays. They've, Avery Johnson leaving and Kansas Central posting about if they've fallen off. And they respond accordingly. So a little bit of angriness. And Jury's going to take this one out for Hochstetler, and he's going to not come up with it. Great defense by Braden Elmore. Beautiful coverage, keeping his hands up to preventing a DPI.
2nd down and 10. Here was a halftime score that might be of interest to the Wildcats. At halftime,
Rolling out to the left here is Jury. Almost, he's had 3 interceptions so far.
incomplete on second down,
That's gonna
brings
fall
up third down
incomplete.
and 10.
Wildcats linebackers here have great coverage as Knet's safety though. But that's Hecox and Model getting 2 interceptions. That's big for the Wildcat linebackers. Remington, 1:48 left to go. Still a running clock. Scoreless since the first half. And Klassen, just a aggressive run there as it's going to put them
On third down, we got a nice gain there of about 6
3.
yards. That'll bring up fourth down, about 7 yards, fourth down and 3.
7-yard rush.
Pretty soon we will have the joke of the game. That's coming up here as we end the third quarter. So hold on to your wigs and keys, ladies and gentlemen. Joke of the game is headed your way.
Coming around here is Klassen on that left side. Klassen, 30, 20, catching up as Burrs won't be enough, and they'll stop the running clock, 35-6. Beautiful run by Klassen.
Hit on the right side for a 69-yard touchdown.
69-yard touchdown.
Number 11, Cole Klassen, Bronco touchdown.
Nothing significant about it. And getting a 2-point is good.
In around
Klassen
the right
again.
side is Isaac Jury for 2 at the end of the third quarter.
Klassen with a beautiful 69-yard rush.
Ladies and gentlemen, head on a swivel. Here come your T-shirts from the Wildcat cheerleaders. Courtesy of Next Tech Communications, proud sponsor of Wildcat Athletics.
And we want to congratulate Kevin Ladoff for winning Homecoming King. Remington draws their first blood on the Wildcats and down 35-8.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's
starting
your
the fourth
joke
quarter,
of the
not a
night.
running
Here
clock,
we
so
go.
Remington a
What
little
do you
bit of
call it
desperation
when
here.
one banana eats another? So onside kick for Remington, trying to get
The ball back, running out of time.
Recover the ball, first down and 10 yards.
You recover the ball,
from
so
the 50-yard line.
Elijah
Here's
Roth.
a reminder, if you are wearing a jersey that you got from Mrs. Stoss, it's going to need to be returned here by the end of the night, ladies and gentlemen. So please be ready to go. We got 11 minutes and 40 seconds, barring any timeouts. So you need to get that jersey back to Mrs. Stoss. Thank you very much.
And thank you, Mr. Rob. Hecox with it now, rolls out to the right. Looking for Knitz, and he will float out of bounds.
We have a flag down on the play. Here was another halftime score. Marion was at 12, Inman 7.
So, Marion, 12-7 over Inman. Little district matchup there for the Cats.
10-yard penalty on the play against the Wildcats. We'll repeat first down. It'll be first down and about 17 yards to go.
No. And scoreboard camera not working as it's supposed to. And it might be shot, so we'll be without a scoreboard camera for the rest of the night, but I will update you. 10-12, 35-8.
Greenwald knocked out of bounds on the Remington sideline after a pickup of about 4. Brings out second down and 12.
So an unprecedented feeling for Remington as it's 9:56 left to go, 35-8. Moundridge fumbled on their first drive coming out of the half. As Hecox drops back now, pressured there immediately and stripped up as Hecox is hit hard, defenseless, rattled around, helmet comes off.
Hecox's head comes off.
And hit immediately, Hecox just blown up. Smiling though, looks to be okay as
got an illegal hit to the head against Hecox.
Illegal hit to that. He's hyped though, Iron Dome.
It'll bring up first down and 10.
He's going to be
after the penalty.
concussion involved, I bet though. As it's still a first down, but he's still going to be questioned as they're going to run Knitz probably in that backfield now. So going to run Knitz in that backfield. Probably going to be the starting quarterback next year. Knitz takes this, rolls out to the left here, and just going to take it himself. Probably a lot of these are going to happen, as it seems to be working, and he shifts around again. Knitz is going to score. Kaiser Knitz, touchdown. Remington can't take advantage of the Hecox being out, and Knitz dancing on ice.
We got penalty down on the play, so we'll see if the outcome of this stands.
And we do have laundry on the field. I'm assuming a block in the back.
Flag down around the 10-yard line. Signal is a legal block in the back against the Wildcats.
And I would be correct, and that'll be a 15-yard.
Will not count.
So evac the touchdown, but Knitz, great play. I mean, other than the block in the back, dancing on ice. Remington didn't have an answer for him. As Hecox will trot back out there, having to take a play off because his helmet came off. And another penalty. This is going to be
we've got unsportsmanlike now
conduct.
The call against the Broncos as a dead ball penalty.
Remington.
So we're going to have had a first down, and now we're going to go half the distance to the goal with that penalty.
Remington unsportsmanlike conduct. Not sure what happened there, who was on. as Hecox will trot back out.
All right, it's going to be first down and 10 now for the Wildcats from about the 11 or 12-yard line.
As Knitz, now you see Hecox in that kind of motion that Durst was in, but they'll float him out. He's going to run up. Power option for Knitz, and they're going to tackle him this time.
Number 10, Isaac Jury with the tackle. Kaiser Knitz, the keeper, takes it in for about 2-yard gain. It'll bring up second down and a long 7 or around 8. Incomplete on second down is the pass from Hecox. It'll bring up third down and 7. A reminder, folks, our next home game will be senior night. It'll be in 2 weeks. That's the 18th of October. We'll be playing against the Sedgwick Cardinals that night. It'll be senior night, so we'll recognize our seniors. Tailgate will be hot dogs, chips, and cookies.
Moundridge, big game coming up too. After Marion, so their next home game, Sedgwick, ranked number 2 in the state.
Courtesy of the Booster
Moundridge
Club.
number 5.
Go Wildcats.
So big game. Not battle tested though. We found that out when they did not play Medicine Lodge. Rolling out. Hecox floats this one up to Modelmog, and Modelmog will have his second touchdown on the year. Again, Hecox improving his ground game. They need to score 2 to get it a running clock, which I assume they will not.
Hecox to Modelmog, good for a Wildcat.
It's 4:30 still.
Touchdown.
41-8.
I have been asked to inform you that tonight's Wildcat fan of the field is Jessica Wolf. Congratulations, Jessica Wolf, on your support of the Wildcats.
And penalty markers
You
down.
have a flag
so
down
4
on the
minutes.
plate prior to the attempt.
Cats are going to improve to 4-0.
Against the Wildcats. We'll have a 5-yard penalty and redo the try.
So Cats are going to improve to 4-0 once 3 minutes and 35 seconds runs out.
Point after try is no good for Blau with 3 minutes and counting remaining in tonight's game. The visiting Broncos now 8, your Wildcats 41. Hey, please do us a favor as you start heading out tonight. We do ask that you leave carefully, for one. Make sure your trash ends up in a trash can. That'll be a pretty important deal. And we ask that you be cautious in the parking lot. We do have a sidewalk here behind the stands. We encourage you to use rather than walking down the middle of the road. And as we get closer to the end of the contest tonight, we do want to once again congratulate all of our homecoming candidates and give special recognition to Keppel Adolph and Ellie Seeger on their homecoming king and queenships.
Kicking off now is the Wildcats, 154. Final drive is Remington's going to fall to 1-4. Wildcats will go to 4-0. Celebration for the Cats, homecoming win. Saturday night, dance starts at 8:30 for high school students, ends at 10:30. $7 admission, pizza and drinks provided. Hosted by Stuco.
Touchback on the kickoff. It'll be first down.
Spirit Week was this week too. So it's class colors Monday. So blue was seniors, pink was juniors, green was sophomores, and orange was freshmen. So, and then Tuesday was Patriot Day. So you wore your patriotic American gear. Wednesday was teacher, dressed like a teacher week. I personally dressed like Mr. Ike. And Joe also dressed like Mr. Ike. And then Thursday was anything but a backpack. And today was jersey/retro jersey. So I wore my San Diego Padres jersey. Joe has a Golden State Stephen Curry jersey on. 43 seconds left before the Wildcats move up to 4-0. And that'll do it. Wildcats move to 4-0. And that'll do it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week for Marion, the Cats, and thank you for watching Moundridge Sports Network, and we appreciate everything. And